So your friend has probably just sent you this because you're not interested in Cusa, because he's probably spammed you with Cusa memes, or he's talked too much about it, or you simply know everything about Cusa and you're still not interested. This is for you. I'm gonna start with mentioning why you perhaps shouldn't get Cusa, because every other reasons I'm gonna list in just a few minutes it just makes so much sense, but this one I would agree that you shouldn't get Cusa if you play Battlefront just a few times a week. If you play Battlefront like 3 times a week or even 2, and it's only for like an hour or not even for that long, then yeah, sure, fair argument. You don't want Cusa, you know everything about it, but you still don't want it because you don't play it that often. Fair enough, sounds good to me. If you're someone who doesn't play too competitively, but you still play, 5, 6 times, or every weekend quite a bit, then I would get it. Most likely the friend who has sent this to you plays with you on Battlefront, and if I know that you're a duo or a squad, then you guys are probably playing a lot together. Why wouldn't you want an edge? Now you're gonna tell me, look man, Cusa is for sweats, Cusa is for this, I don't need this because I'm already so good. It's not about being better. Yes, it does make you better, but you don't need Cusa to be that much better. It does give you an edge, let's not forget that. It really does give you an edge if you know how to utilize it. But it just makes your gaming experience on Battlefront way better. And why wouldn't you want that? Now, let's go back on that one example that I said. If you really only play like 2-3 times a week, and even then you might not even play for that long on those days, then fair enough, maybe you don't want to spend $10, which is already not a lot, but maybe you don't want to spend $10 on a game, on a Cusa extension. And fair enough, I completely understand. But you're playing with the boys. You're doing everything with the boys on this game. You're spending at least more than 2 hours, at least a day, on those days that you play on the game. That adds up to say like 6 hours a week. Now you're going to want to play 6 hours a week on default FOV, without VSync, without graphic enhancements, without loadouts. Now you're going to tell me I don't need those. And yes, you don't need those. You absolutely don't need those. We've been playing Battlefront without these for literally 5 years, almost 6 years in November. And guess what? Even in 10 years, you still won't need those. Well, one thing for sure is you will enjoy every single minute you've been playing with Cusa after you get it. Ask anybody who's got Cusa. You're not gonna take it from me because I'm trying to sell you Cusa or I'm trying to promote it. I'm the guy, one of the guys who's found it. So you're gonna be like, well, I don't trust this guy. Obviously, he's gonna tell me great things about it, and that's true. I'm gonna tell you great things about it, and I'm gonna tell you bad things about it. But ask anybody else who's gotten Cusa. Ask the friend who's just sent you this video. Ask him. Every minute you're gonna play after you got Cusa is so good. Think about this. If you're into Cusa, not for the field of view, a lot of people are, and you're not into the field of view, you want to keep the original one, you don't want the loadouts, you're really not interested, and you're like, I mean, I have a PS5, and what can I do with that? I mean, I paid $600 for a PS5 so I can have everything enhanced, but yet your game isn't. Think about that. You're ready to spend $600, depending on the PlayStation you get, almost $700 for a game to look better, but yet you're not ready to spend $10 to make your game the best quality it can be. Think about that. You spend $600 and then you're playing the same game you did on the PS4 and it looks exactly the same. You could have saved $600. Instead, you went ahead and bought a whole new PlayStation for $600 and the graphics are identical to PS4. But for $10, just $10, you can make the game look as great as it can, utilizing everything the PS5 can give you and making it look the best it will ever look. Think about that. And also, one last thing before I leave you, because right now I'm really focusing on like the HD graphics of the extended Cusa. You guys know Grand Theft Auto. If you have it on PS4, great. If you want to have it on PS5, which is the exact same game but with graphic enhancements, kind of like we do for Cusa, to get the same game from PS4 to PS5, there is about a $50 difference. Now what I mean by $50 is the game is like $40 on PS4. If you want to get the same game, literally the same game, but with graphic enhancements because it's in a PS5 game now, you're gonna get it for $90. Go check it yourself. $50 difference, and guess what? The only thing you'll get is graphic enhancements, which, don't get me wrong, it's great, but all those people spent $50 additional on a game they already had just for graphic enhancements. And guess what? Not only will Cusa do that, but I'll also give you 4 things on top of that. 4 things on top of that, on top of the graphic enhancements, for a total of $10. Look, man, I don't know what else I can do to convince you. Your friend has sent you this because he's hoping that I will be able to convince you. And I hope this has been able to convince you. And if you're not on PS5 and you're on PS4, yeah, you won't have the graphic enhancements, but you'll have every other beneficial thing. And if you're a content creator, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, the fact that you're going to have Cusa, and it's going to be an actual rare item because on July 1st it's ending, it's already bringing in more players. Go on every person who's streamed PS4 or PS5 with Cusa and look at their live chat. It's always, how is this PlayStation? Is this PC? Is this that? The fact that those people are coming to your channel or your Instagram or your TikTok just to ask that, that's good. That's making conversation with your boys. And guess what? Those are viewers, those are monetizations, those are subscribers. It's beneficial for you. And guess what? Because it ends on July 1st, it's limited, so it's actually rare. People are going to want to buy your account. If you're into that kind of business, you might as well get Cusa and actually make a profit from it. But that's not why I'm selling Cusa. If you want to, you can, but that's not, I don't recommend you getting Cusa for that. But think about that. You're getting all these for a great deal of $10. Like, come on. If you still don't want to get it, I fully respect it. I really do. I know there's a bunch of people out there in my server and stuff that'll send you Cusa memes. We're just joking around, well, at least I hope they are. But I genuinely respect it. But I'm just interested. Why aren't you interested in getting Cusa? If you are interested, then submit before July 1st. Today's May 28th. You still have a hefty month, but you have to submit it before July 1st. And if you're not interested, I want to know why. So type it in the comments below. I genuinely want to know. Now, some people are going to say, oh, because only sweats use it. Like, look, if you're going to say something baby-ish like that, or I don't like you, like, look, you may not like Bill Gates, but you're still going to buy the Xbox, okay? The Xbox, once you have it, it doesn't have Bill Gates' face all over it. You see what I mean? So if you're going to be that childish, then yeah, Cusa is also not for you. And we're not interested in doing business with you. Otherwise, I would like to know why you wouldn't have it. Anyways, I hope this has at least pushed you a little bit forwards towards Cusa, and it makes you understand how great of a deal it is for just $10. But yeah, hopefully this has convinced you to get Cusa before July 1st. If you have any questions, drop it below, I'll answer it. But anyways, guys, peace.
Where's y'all sense of humor? I'm done making jokes cause they got old like baby boomers. To my haters, to consumers, I make vets feel like they juniors. Say your time is coming soon, but just like Oklahoma, mine is coming sooner. I'm just a late bloomer. I didn't peak in high school, I'm still out here getting